So today I'm going to be talking about Neon because Neon will be replacing Yoru. There is no doubt in my mind. Yoru was the #1 picked agent in VCT Santiago. However, Yoru did get massacred this morning with the update. He does not have one of the flashes. His teleporter is 15 seconds long. So who is the second best option here? It's Neon. And maybe Neon needs Yoru in the meta to survive, but I highly doubt that. I think she's going to be the next big thing, the one that all your mains should replace, and I got strategies and things like that that we could use with her. Nungshin Redforce as Dombi was like tournament MVP, and he was the most prolific Neon user. So we're gonna be reviewing the Redforce versus Paper Rex split match where they absolutely massacred Paper X in their map, which is ridiculous. So let's watch it.
To make those adjustments and
So Neon at the beginning of the game is standing on Heaven, Ghost, and a Shock Dart. Shock Dart, Jesus. But I'm gonna like start writing that down right now because I want to be able to play it on these maps this season. That's why we're not doing any Abyss or Corrode, which is what I was gonna do originally, but they're getting rid of it. So I'm gonna put some text over here. Dombi starts Ghost and stun.
and now they're gonna
He's getting
very
ready to
difficult
run.
task here
I think
going
he's
up against
gonna.
the
I
Paper Rex
think
that
to predict this, I think he's gonna peek out here, get a view, see if there's anyone crossing this Viper, a wall. And when he sees nothing, he's gonna leave.
has been superb.
He just did it. He just did it. He just did a jump peek with the Neon speed, which is broken, by the way.
On split. Early deep one way
Twice.
to kill for Francis.
We don't care about Yoru today. If Yoru could get 30 kills today, it does not matter. He's dead.
A little bit more, but Forsaken will be able to shut him down.
So Neon's already rotated because that's just broken when it comes to rotations.
Trade up and out of
Oh, damn.
Trade back, and then Dombi gets involved as well. Suddenly a 3v2. Forsaken down to 35 and out.
Jesus.
Nongshim.
So what Neon players should be doing on split on the second round should be, if they won the first round, buying full shield, a judge, and then all their utility. That's what Dombi did. He grabbed the stinger earlier, so maybe that's what you do in your eco round. We'll see, because I will be reviewing the whole thing. Maybe he'll do it again. But judge, heavy shield, and then all his abilities. And he starts in the same spot as last time, jump peeking that. He already has
Francis,
2 kills.
Extros and their ability to be
He's going to jump peek that with his
behind
speed,
that.
which you should always be doing. If you're not doing that, then you shouldn't even be playing Neon. Because if you're not jump peeking like that, then you're just wasting your agent's potential completely.
Across that gap, RB going to be struck down, but Ivy finds something. Extros finds Envy. That should just be maybe a bit of a 1-by-1 they fall, but no, Forsaken reswing.
It's gonna,
Able to find
oh
one.
my
Dombi
god,
pulled the
nice
trigger,
shot.
and he was, is able to find the kill. So 3 players alive.
I don't think there's anything to learn there. The fact that he shot that is great because obviously he's seeing the shots go through. Everybody should be shooting that, but I would not blame you for running and repositioning because what if you miss and then you die? He hit you twice already.
Collect up the key weapon.
Tension in the pistol
Okay,
round.
where is he standing? He's going more Heaven. He still has the same weapons. This time Regen Shield because he's not going to be spending that type of money. The reason he bought Regen Shield here is because they lose this round, they'll full buy the next round. He lost all his full shield, so
make it a lot more difficult for
same
Nongshim
spot as
with
last
the
time. This
rotations
guy's
the
just
way
playing. Oh no, he
they'd
switched
like
it.
to play them out. This time Dombi
Let's see.
all on his own. He's just gonna tuck in. Judge is
No
there.
way. This
Wide
works
swing
in
could be
this
his
high of a
ideal
elo.
angle. Still, it's gonna be able to find something in the back.
Take the shot off. If he would have been flashed, it would have been all over him probably. But I guess he could have moved out of the way. Maybe they're playing default. Maybe they're playing contact. Whoever sees the first guy, they dry peek that shit because there's no operators. Plus, they have the more money. That is probably exactly what happened. He tucks in this corner here with the shotgun because they are at an economic disadvantage for guns, at least. Like, I don't know if they could full buy, but they didn't full buy. They don't have good guns, and the other team knows that. So they're playing default. They're playing slow because they know that the other team is gonna fast rotate off contact, right? So hold angle. I don't know how to spell angle. Holy shit. If anyone could correct me, I'm not a writing major, okay? Hold angle when broke, cause they will be cocky Plus, they know fast rotate. I don't really know how that would work in like a gold lobby because I feel like Yoru would have flashed that shit. But also in gold lobbies, people just run into operators, so whatever. But by holding this and them knowing that you don't have a Vandal, they're playing default, they're playing slow. They know that you have to get close to get a good shot off, but they gotta play default because if nobody would have been there and nobody would have been there and they would have crossed to heaven, these guys would still have been here. When I did the Omen review, they stayed there and just vibed and waited until contact, which caused them to be stuck here and die, which kind of sucks.
From both sides, wanting to contain this position, and X-Ross there at B Heaven is able to find something on the approach. Dami now pushing forward, looking for the transfer.
That's beautiful. That's fucking beautiful. So Neon goes here with Omen. We already know. I'm not gonna even put the Omen. We already know that there's loads of them here because our Yoru made the view. Obviously, just throw the relay bolt here, and it will bounce probably here, something like that. You can swing out, get your shots off. They are also in a weakened gun state, so if you're dashing in and sliding and they're stunned, you should be able to get that. There's a chance here that the reason that she dropped this is because Omen was going to smoke. If there was 1 or 2 people really close by, that's a great play, which is what just happened. But she zapped the back, which makes me think we're trying to cut off these guys, and these guys right here will not get blinded by the Omen blind. That is actually what happened. So I'm not gonna add this to the video because it isn't like important for Neon, but if you're watching, there you go. Omen throws the blind, and it has a limited range to here. So she threw the zaps back here to make a team-oriented approach. Then Omen threw the smoke here, but since it's stunned, they're not gonna swing, and then they kill the poor 2 guys that are there.
Another player, they can't deal with it. Get the spot, you get some space here.
Interesting that he went in and this one went out. Probably because if they start moving too short and he has a judge, he can destroy them.
Deals on both sides. Prowler chasing all the way around the back as there's the Bucky. But
there it is! Oh my god! Neon at mid, this time with a judge. Neon mid judge. I feel like we all know how to run a mid play with a judge. We've all done it. I've done it and I'm an Omen player. But the fact that after the kill, he dashed out. So let's do some movement stuff here. So he dashes out to here, and he holds this angle with ropes. That's very important because they expect you there, and then they move up. They might not even move up in ranked, but let's say they move up, right? They throw like a Reyna flash or a Phoenix flash, and you're just on the rope, and then you go up. You get the next kill. Then you rotate out. You have to rotate out. That's what I don't see Neon mains do. You rotate out. You have the best rotating agent now that Yoru is literally botched and dead. It's like having a constant jet dash at all times. It's broken. And if you need to, just throw your stun down like he just did. This is a beautiful play. I just want to see him on B site so I can write something about B site. But if maybe just A site is the play for Neon.
Tagged up a bit. Slots forward behind the boxes. Zinvi pushing forward, is able to find X-Ross. Francis, however,
they're losing this one.
Strikes him down. Spike now on the floor.
I want to see how Neon plays this, I guess.
First, but he cannot get the transition. Francis still.
How does Neon play this?
The showstopper has to be.
For Sniper and Forsaken. He's just missing a timing on that. He's going to try to scale forward, try to find that punish. Had he continued pre-firing the angle, might have been rewarded with a kill, but now instead he's going to be eliminated.
Okay, that's actually perfect, though. That's beautiful. In this position, Spike is already planted, and we do not know where they are. I guess we know that one's here, actually. So let's put a little X over here, because we know that there is someone here. Dambi uses Neon's fast lane to just throw this right here, causing him and Yoru to be able to, Francis to be able to get into sight. Like tuck here, she's so fast that she was able to tuck up here. This lasts like very little, like maybe like 5 to 6 seconds, maybe even less than that. And then it will drop, but all that matters is the fact that you got onto site and they don't know where you are in this specific region right here. there was a Raze here, and if the Raze didn't have her ultimate, I genuinely think that Neon could have killed him. Because, I mean, you would have heard that it was there, but also it could have been anywhere in this area. Maybe it could have been hugging this wall, you know? And, yeah, I think that's beautiful play. Of course, these guys are amazing.
Jing will be.
This, Domby just won this round and took a rifle.
Tried to, but Domby
And
was
he
patient.
is now with a judge. That is ridiculous. He literally had a judge and had a Vandal in this round here, has a Vandal here, and yet after the round is over, he drops up off the Vandal and buys the judge. So I guess they're always going to be in a little bit of economic advantage, but also it's the fact that he's just playing this angle right here where he needs the judge. He's playing here where he needs the judge. You gotta abuse the shotgun. It's ridiculous.
For them to abandon it.
Even pros can't handle this gun. Let's take it slow.
It tried to, but Domby was patient enough to wait
Neon
on the rope.
is gonna be
For them to
holding the
abandon
spot
it.
that it's been holding the whole time, so this is a standard play. I guess I don't know why he decides to switch there. What the hell's going on? Oh, okay. So he decides to switch there because she bombed this, which means that if anybody would have been standing in this corner, angling here, if anybody would have been alive here, they would have taken damage. They would have died. It also, if there's a cage or a cipher, you throw that there and you can break their util. So it pretty much shows we are going to go through main,
Try to brute force their
which is what they're doing right now.
way through.
She dropped hit and is not heard because of all the shots and explosions and noises.
Heard the drop.
Okay, they're still going through
We have
heaven.
to suspect that this is going to be that judge around the corner.
Okay.
So now having it
So the smoke has been thrown up,
firm, but some
and he
His eyes
is
are
getting
trained
as close as
towards this.
possible because he knows that this spot is overrun, and they're not gonna walk into this Viper orb. No, they're not gonna. They can't afford to decay and then get shot and then it's over. So he gets close to get some shots off because maybe he hits someone and he does like 40, 30, 40, 30. That's good
Neon
enough.
Ivy just backsteps for free. He's tethered in position,
He's still holding this spot here because if they flood in, he can get a shot off.
and no one can do a damn thing about it.
And this is the part where it's like all Domby. Also, you can obviously copy this, but you need to have some balls to do this. Like you need to have like, you need to be a very cocky Neon, which I seem to always be finding in my ranked games. So,
Oh, Fred,
she dashes in. So she's running up and she hits her dash in the direction and
this finds two.
at an angle. So the guy has to track his gun. You get the first kill. Obviously, he didn't know that Omen was there. If he would have known Omen was there, I think he gets him too, to be honest. This guy was not ready
Ivy sliding
for that
forward.
shot.
Forsaken only good for the first.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
The trail of breadcrumbs.
The
to their
Neon is
demise.
behind the Yoru, and the Fade. The
Anyone really
Fade
watching
and the
their
Yoru
back. Okay.
are not
Here
going to
comes
dry
the
peek
fly.
that by throwing everything. So they throw that, and it's like, yo, why did they shoot that? You might be thinking, one, in the smoke, if they get detected, they're screwed. But the reason that I would have shot that personally is the fact that if nobody else is peeking out and it was just Fade, you can't reveal how many of us are there. But you hear the Neon, so it's probably the fact that if you don't pop it, you're going to die through the smoke. While that's being popped, Neon walks out
The Hawk.
at a perfect timing where the Yoru flash is thrown. That is tech, because I do not believe that there's any character that could dash out as fast as Neon in that way. So I'm just gonna do this like over here, because we've all been in the situation where there's a sky that flashes right here. This works with like that. Get some colors in there. So when your teammate flashes, you want to be right there right after, because then you are the one that can take the most out of that util. Because if the flash lasts 2.6 seconds and it takes this what's her name, Sky, wow, 2.8 seconds to get there, they're about to get out of that flash, right? Neon would have been there pretty much instantly. You get the full ride of the full 10 seconds. And you're the duelist. You're supposed to get on site anyway. So there you go. Just walk with the flashes. But if your team is not flashing and then they're like, why aren't you not getting us into sight? It's their fault, bro. It's not your fault. So first round buy is a classic with armor, it says Iron Jesus, and a stun. That's what I would do at Breeze as well. Because the thing is, you could go shorty, but then after 2 shots, you're screwed. And if you're playing retake, let's say that you're the only one alive and you're standing right here for some reason because you got your 2 guys and there's 3 over here, you cannot get onto site with a shorty. You do not get onto site with a shorty ever. Retake with a shorty is also terrible. Armor in classic. Classic is the most like versatile of them all. So let's see what's up. So he's peeking out mid. We'll see why. I didn't know there'd be so much tech. So pretty much this. Let's go back. Neon is positioned mid.
Being transferred over, but something
and now there's a fight going on at B main, and the spike is there, which probably matters, but I don't think it matters for what I'm about to say.
Just a mere few days ago,
they kill the spike holder.
However, we'll find a clean one.
And now you see Neon peeking that, making sure that she's not going to get screwed, and then flooding in. And then the first thing that she does...
looking for it, but managed to slide.
Stun. So, it's a defensive play. And this is how I personally use Neon when we're going slow. I usually use this on defense, but let's do offense here. I bet that if Yoru would have died, Neon would have slid over here and helped, even if he didn't have Spike. Because he's positioned mid, 2 on each side. They get recon. 1 dies. You can't let these 2 guys kill your fade. And I think that's why he threw the stun instantly. He didn't know where they were. But you have to delay their run. Because you're not going to beat them, probably. You don't want to get a 50-50 duel. But you can stun them. You can play some defense. If Yoru and Viper would have been in that situation, for sure, he would have done the exact same thing. He would have dashed here, helped Viper get out, stunned right here and here, and now we move on. That's just how it is. And I feel like a lot of people just dash in and die or get onto site. And, you know, obviously when you're in silver, that's just what's going to happen. But when you're a higher level, maybe even in silver, play a defensive Neon. Because it might be even better than Yoru. Because Yoru can throw his TP over here, and he's over here. But then your friend dies over here. So what are you doing? You have to walk here. But if you're Neon and you're over here and your boy dies over here, you can dash in quickly. If you need to get a gun, you can get it. If you need to get Spike, you can get it. I think personally, on like ranked, if nobody wants to grab Spike, Neon should grab Spike. Because in this situation here, if Neon would have been like, if they would have died, Neon could grab Spike there and just ran off, or Neon could just be here holding Spike. One of them dies, okay, we might have to help, or we might have to move over here. I'm just saying Neon just has that versatility, like Octane and Apex Legends, that a lot of other characters do not have. Second round is buying a, what the hell is this called? A Stinger, full shield. Obviously, you have to buy a full shield. And all her util to help them get onto site. I'm not going to put that on the chart. I was doing that, but, yeah, whatever. Yeah, hell no.
Seiken is going for.
I've already scooped it up.
Okay, perfect. Get onto site. And use the good movement that Neon has to get onto site. I don't think anybody would have hit her, really, even people with really good aim would have hit that shot on the side. It's people on the front that you have to move around for. But I feel like all Neons know that, so I'm not going to write that down. Let's see what Neon's doing. Third round buy. Third round buy is a judge. Interesting. So Neon just literally did the crazy entry. So she puts up her walls. She is going in and out of them mid walk-in. The reason she's doing that is because maybe she can get a timing that someone wasn't looking at her, and now she can look at them. The closer they get, the more chance they are to peek. But not only that, the fact that she has a judge, she has disengagement ready if, you know, she misses the first shot. And she's doing her hops. That's very interesting. And she'll go and clear all up backside. Anyway. Let's say that a guy would have been here. I think he would have definitely died if he would have been really close here. If he would have been over here, higher chance of him winning the fight. But, you know, we still have all these guys, and he would have been cornered here. So just a really sexy clear of sight. He was able to see everything. I'm going to write that down. That was just ridiculous. Yeah, attack, I guess. Neon puts up her wall. Over here. All the way over here. And then her routing is boom, 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 and then go all the way over here. She was able to clear pretty much everything and be protected for most of it. That is a really crazy entry I had never seen before. Again, not a Neon player, except till recently because of this tournament.
Trying to play off of each other. With Dambi.
Paranoia across. Dambi needing to turn back, but it will.
There it is again, that he went onto site. He went onto site with the blind at the same time. This is what you have to be asking for from your Neon. You need another guy watching this. It won't be Yoru anymore because nobody likes him anymore, but throw the Yoru there, throw the blind side in here, dash in. You just destroyed them. You know they're going to be holding this angle or this angle right here. So this actually bounces right here. They get the view. Neon dashes in. They get the kill. I'm not saying you'll have this perfect setup, but the fact that this could happen often. If not this, Arena Flash. Anything that gets a crosshair off of your face, you're going to get a kill with that. And Neon players needs to be playing with their team, because the biggest issue I see is they don't play with their teams. You know what? I am going to make this part of the video because it bothers me how often they don't play with their team. So let's go 1 hour 0209. Play with team, damn it.